and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I'd like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?
Fight!
Today's topic is tolerance. But before I get started, I want to give all praise to the Most High. And I want to say thanks to the listener for listening. But today's topic is tolerance. You know, how much can you stand? How much can you put up with? You know, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that and much, much more. But before we talk about it, we have to get into the definition of tolerance first. And it goes as follows: the ability or willingness to tolerate something, in particular, the existence of opinions or behavior that one does not necessarily agree with. You know, that's the definition of it, end quote. But that's the definition of tolerance. But as I'm living life, I see a lot of people, you know, they tolerate a lot of things, and that goes for men and women. You know, we put up with a lot of stuff for a lot of reasons. You know, with bad relationships, bad jobs, all for happiness, right? It's like we all tolerate something. It's like to have that illusion of happiness or just to be content. But, you know, that's just how I look at it. You know, I'm looking at life like I see people in bad situations and it's not like they can get out of it. You know, in most cases, they can get out of it. It's just that they're, I guess, content. They're, you know, complacent at where they're at in their life. And I'm going to give an example by saying, like, I see beautiful women that put up with no good dudes. And I'm like, why though? I'm like, shorty, you can be with whoever, but you want to put up with this, you know, I guess he's supposed to be a drug dealer. But I'm saying, like, women will put up with that because he put on a facade that he's rich, you know, and women, they chase security. But in most cases, the men that they're in love with, you know, it's all a facade. It's all an illusion. You know, he don't. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue tied. The dude really don't want to tell them that he's really in debt. You know, that he really don't own all those cars that he be driving. You know, when he be pulling up in, you know, in different cars and wearing nice clothes, he's living a rented life. You know, he really belongs to a lot of different people because that's what he's doing. He's living off a lot of different people. And he just added you to the equation, the shorty that I'm talking about, for the example. You know, it's like they try to chase, I don't know. But like I said, it's all an illusion. That's how I look at it, because if you knew better, you would do better. You know, if he was really rich, you would really be in a better situation instead of hating on people that's, you know, might be in a better situation. But the tolerance, though, is like you'll put up with that because for just to say you got somebody, you know, that come over every now and then. because that's the drug dealer's life too. He can't give you all his time. And for most women nowadays, they're very complacent with that. And it's very, very sad because they deserve better as women. And we deserve better as men, not to leave our women defenseless like that. You know, it's like if a man is not in the home, you're leaving it defenseless. And a woman is putting up with that because you come around every now and then and you put on for the public like y'all live together and y'all really in love. But, you know, like I said, it's all an illusion for the public to believe. But, you know, if you be around things, you see things for what it is. And me, you know, just by my experience, I've seen a lot of things and it's nothing new under the sun, you know. And I've seen a lot of people put up with a lot of stuff just to say they got this or they got that. But I'm like, why? Why would you put up with, you know, that? For what? But I'm going to give another example, you know, of tolerance. Like I said, you can be in a bad relationship, or you can be, or, you know, like I said, you can have it on your job. You could tolerate people harassing you or making you do more work, you know, for the same pay that others are not doing, but they're making you do it. You know, that's, I mean, like I say, people put up with it because they have a family. You know, that's one excuse. And, you know, like everyone, I agree with their excuse. You know, they have bills, and I agree with their excuse too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how much are we going to keep putting up with? You know, they have, you know, recently, I'm not going to say recently, but they just came out with a new form of, you know, the COVID, the virus. But how much are we going to tolerate, you know, to work in their facilities? Because they're forcing mandates to work in these companies, facilities, you know, whatever. They're forcing these mandates that you must be screened or you must be vaccinated or show proof of vaccination. But are we going to tolerate that? You know, as the public, as the American people? Are we going to just, you know, sit back and tolerate it? You know, it's like I could put up with a lot of stuff, just me personally speaking, but someone saying that something is for my health and my benefit, I'm going to just say that they're trying to jab me and I don't want to be jabbed. You know, point blank, period. I'm not going to try to put on no, you know, politically correct, you know, excuse. I'm just saying I don't want to be jabbed, you know, and they're saying I should be jabbed to work, you know, to provide for my family, like a lot of people doing, you know, but they're, and you know what? They know exactly what they're doing, but they're trying to see how much tolerance do you have. You know, it's like with anything, you build up a tolerance. You know, like you might start drinking like heavily, but it all starts with a drink. You know, but after a while, you know, they drink, it goes to two. You know, because that one, you know, you got used to that one. I'm gonna put it simple. You got used to that one drink. So now it's time to get 2 drinks. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with everything, like for drugs too. Same way with tobacco, with everything. It all starts with one. If they can get you to consume that one, that one time, you know, you're going to consume it again. But this time they're going to up the dosage. You know, that's how the elites do it. That's how they always done it. You know, when you look back on history, and then the thing is, they're not hiding their plans. It's just the people are not willing to listen and live, you know, accordingly. I'm not going to say fight the power and fight the government. You know, the movement is fight for the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to fight for the information. You know what I'm saying? Because to be realistically correct, people really don't want to, you know, go against the establishment. You know, they really put their fear tactic out there well. That people really don't want to challenge them for real. And I'm not saying that, well, I'm challenging them. Excuse me. I'm going to say that I'm challenging them because I'm fighting for the information, the truth, and I'm willing to put it out there for the public to consume. That's it. You know, it's like, you know, the age-old tale, people going to do what they going to do, but I'm just putting the information out there that we all have a choice, and the choice is yours. Are you going to keep tolerating the BS? Are you going to keep putting up with it for your jobs? I know you're trying to make a living like everyone else, and that's commendable. It really is. But it's also commendable to think about your family in more than one traditional way of thinking about them. We have to think outside the box. What if this stuff is not reliable as far as the electricity, you know, that we depend on for as everything, for as the lights that generate our refrigerators, you know, our washers, dryers, TVs, you know, charge up our cell phones, laptops. What if all that stuff went away? You know, the electrical grid. You know, I ain't saying that you should bug out, but I'm saying that you should think. It's not illegal yet. Let's start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not depend on what the main media is telling us to do. I like to think outside the box. Then I also like to look at what the opposition is doing. You know, they're putting up solar cameras. And like I say, I'm a why guy. Why are they putting up cameras with solar generating power for them? That means that camera could be there forever. And no one asks a question. Why? But like I said, I made a show about it. Invest in solar, you know. But it's up to you guys. Hopefully someone gravitate to it and listen to it and change from it, you know. Change from the way they're living. Because this life is all about change and choices. But it's all up to you though. Free will. Peace and blessings.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?